Food banks seeing higher demand now than in years past. Tonight, the spotlight on food insecurity right here in our community.
News that impacts you. You're watching WCNC Charlotte News at 11.
Well, in light of Giving Tuesday, which passed earlier this week, obviously, there's no surprise that nonprofits are stretched thin. One segment of the nonprofit world, food banks, they're seeing much higher demand this year than in years past. So this is putting a spotlight on food insecurity once again, which is steadily growing while food prices aren't giving any relief. Feeding America's latest numbers show that America's food banks are running in the red. Food insecurity has risen, with 65% of food banks recording an increase in the number of people served in October 2024 compared to the same period in 2023.
It's the balance of, am I going to pay my rent, my utilities, and my bills, and then buy food?
The holidays can be a financial crunch for any family, but with food costs not providing much relief and kids at home, these factors can spell financial calamity. An increase in 20% of people asked say they will need to rely more heavily on food banks this year.
You see food costs increase just a little bit during the holiday season because of that's just kind of how it is in
Nonprofit
retail.
founder Chonnie Richey, who works in America's Title I schools to provide access to fresh, healthy food, says that meals provided during school can be the only sustenance at times that a child receives. Once they get home, access to food becomes scarce.
And when they come home during the holiday season, that school lunch could be the only fresh meal they'll get during the day.
In this situation, Richie says families turn to food banks as a lifeline. Coming off the holidays and sending holiday meals to families, food banks are already in a precarious position, hoping donations turn them around.
It's kind of like a cycle, right? It's kind of a cycle, and we kind of, at some point, we need to find where we can break that cycle and identify how to really be able to give these families access to fresh food without first and foremost walking 10 miles.
So although Giving Tuesday already has passed us, the need will not this holiday season. We have a number of food pantries across our area that would be thankful for any donations made this holiday season.